What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I'm your boy NarikChase, and in this video we're going to be reviewing episode 4 of Alien Earth, titled Observation. Now, up until this point, Alien Earth has been a bit of a bumpy ride, a really big mixed bag, a lot of really interesting concepts and ideas. However, the writing and execution leave much to be desired. So let's see how episode 4 ends up bringing up on this. Now, the episode opens up with a shot of a doll head on the beach getting washed up by water. We end up seeing that Wendy has finally woken up, and she has the ability to hear the xenomorph eggs. Interesting concept, still kind of stupid, and it doesn't really make any sense, and there's nothing leading up to why, but maybe because they kind of make it seem like it's like a frequency thing. It's interesting because as the episode continues on, even though they see that she can do it, we never get a moment where they try to see if the other hybrids can do it as well. There's even a moment where they ask Curly, can she hear it? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, okay. There's obviously something different between these two characters, and we need to find out what's going on. But does the show go with that? No, it doesn't. So, having said that, we find out that she has some kind of connection to the xenomorph in the eggs. After all, the last episode, we seen she fell out from, I don't know, an overexertion of egg listening. But Joe is alive. I kept saying his name is Herman, but his name is Joe. Joe is Wendy's sister, or Marcy's, not sister, brother. So he's asking all kind of questions, being kind of a nuisance, being irrelevant, and really nothing going on with his character. Sorry, bro, you're just literally one of the worst, most boring characters, most unutilized potential in the entire show next to the xenomorph, but that's neither here nor there. So she is able now, due to them calibrating her, to actually mimic the xenomorph's language. Interesting concept, a very interesting concept. And again, there have been some things like this going on in the comics and in the books and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this on this. And then next sequence, we get to see Kirsch. And now with Joe and Wendy kind of have a moment. It's not really a good one, in my opinion. Again, a lot of their moments feel kind of awkward and misplaced, but I'm not seeing like real chemistry between them. It seems very forced in the show. It seems like if there's a storyline in this show that just seems just out of place and it's completely forced, it's really their relationship. This whole thing with their brother and sister, it just doesn't feed well into the show. So anyway, we get the next sequence. We get to see Kirsch and Toodles, who are experimenting with the eyeball octopus monster, and we get a really cool gory scene of it implanting itself in a sheep. It jumps on it, digs the eye out, implants its own tentacles into the brain, and then puts itself in the eye, and it looks like a weird bulbous eye. And we do get the sense that the thing is really intelligent, especially where we get a scene where the sheep itself stands up like a person, and then it kind of sits back down. Now, I don't know if this was something that was planned to present the creature mimicking the people, or of its native land of where it came from, or it just kind of flexing what it could do. But it was an interesting and gory sequence, and one of the more interesting aspects of the show. I do like the fact that that all of the aliens seem to be parasitic in some form or fashion, and this definitely helps this episode's entertainment value. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But then we end up seeing Morrow talking to Slightly. Morrow's again attempting to manipulate Slightly. The fact that Slightly is not telling anybody any of this stuff is just dumb. I can understand because what happens is Slightly tells the man his name. He manipulates him into it. It's kind of clever how he did it, but Slightly's an idiot anyway. So he ends up telling his real name. They end up exchanging real names with each other. And you know, he ends up saying stuff like that, and he still wanted the xenomorph eggs. A really dumb request. Honestly, just I don't understand the morals idea. Now, if he said, and Morrow said, "Hey, help me find your location, and I'll come get the egg," that would make more sense than him telling this person that's mentally a child in a high secure island to steal an alien egg that is being monitored. And it's not like the guy's there outside the island or anything. He's literally like on the other side of the world. So it's like the whole idea of having him try to be this agent to try to steal an egg is just completely dumb. But okay, so Nibs actually is talking. You know, there's a group of them talking. There's what's it? Dame Silva and Arthur talking. Arthur, you could tell, isn't feeling right about the alien creatures being there. And Dame, his wife, is, which I didn't know it was husband and wife at first, but Dame is like, you know, excusing it. And you can tell she's kind of on board with them, but at the same time, you can tell she's kind of an idiot. For her to be a scientist and as smart she is, she's pretty stupid. So anyway, she is having a conversation with Arthur. Curly, I believe, comes up, kind of interrupts the conversation, unless it's a different conversation, which I think I'm mixing conversations with. I don't know. But anyways, so Nibs ends up coming to the equation and talking, and she ends up telling them that, hey, I'm pregnant. So Nibs and Dame are having this conversation, and she's actually believing the crap that she's pregnant. And I'm thinking, this girl is nuts. Something is wrong with her. Seriously, I understand that this alien-eyed creature just traumatized her, and they do allude to her having some trauma in her past, but we don't really get to see much of that. And it just builds this explosive event of her actually attacking Dame. Now, she didn't really like beat her up or sling or nothing, but she did jump on her, and you can tell that she's getting very antsy. And like I said, I'm interested to see where they're going to go with this storyline of her being quote-unquote pregnant, even though we all know she's not pregnant. But you know, she ends up, you know, Dame is able to get out of the situation using her wits. The smartest thing she's done, honestly, since the show started. But that was actually pretty cool. She ends up getting the girl put under house arrest, even though she plays it off like it's something else. So that was actually pretty cool. So anyways, Joe doesn't like the fact that Wendy's being treated as an experiment, and he has a talk with Cavalier's right-hand bald-headed man or whatever, Mr. Adam. I don't even think they've ever actually said his name in the show. Adam Enos, that's his name. But I for the life of me, could not. I didn't even know this guy's name this entire show, so I had to look it up. But anyway, they have an interesting conversation, and I understand Joe's frustration and his motivation to, you know, have a sister back, given everything that's happened to him, but he's got to be one of the stupidest people, the most idealistic person I've ever seen, to a point that he's just, like, not gullible, but it's like he got blinders on. It's like, they built her a new body. They put her brain. She's just an experiment. You're in this top secret facility, armed guards, alien creatures. Why in the world would you think, even the guy says it, why in the hell would you think that they will release Wendy to him? Like, and he's that stupid of a character that he keeps acting like that's not. Like, if you, like, at some point he should have said before he even brought it up to anybody, cool, that's my sister, we can run away together. And then part of me would be like, I don't know about this. These corporations are assholes. And they spent a lot of money building her. Hell, they spent a lot of money saving me. Why would they, in good conscience and good faith, release this investment to me for no reason. Like that is like weird. Like his character is just so stupid. But Adam ends up giving him a really cool talk. He lets him know what's up. He's like, look, your sister's never going with you, bro. And you got two ways you can play this. You can either work for us and be with her, or you can leave and we send you the bill. You'll never see her again. Basically what he said. Really cool sequence. I really like that discussion. I like the fact that he did say that, and just ultimately, I think Joe is just a complete idiot. It's the weirdest thing. This man is that stupid. So, anyways, we jump back to slightly, and we have that's a couple of things. The black chick, what's her name, Siberia, and the Indian guy Rashid, who's a part of the security force that Joe initially was with before the crash. We have a little sequence with them, but not much in that. And it sucks because I actually thought that Siberia and Joe had something going. I don't know what led me to it. Probably because during a few sequences we did see them talk or interact. She seemed like she was really invested in him, as far as maybe not being together, but like friends. Because if you think about it, almost any of the people, the only people he really has interacted with, that's with the security force that he was with, or the soldiers, or whatever the heck they were, she was the only one he's really interacted with. So I thought there might have been something there, but I guess it wasn't. So anyway, we have an interesting conversation between Wendy and Cavalier, and I think Cavalier is just a dummy. He had about 2 or 3 interesting conversations, and then he just comes off to be like, they try to play him like to be this boy genius. Honestly, since the show has been on, he has done nothing intelligent. Every other character has done like intelligent stuff, and I get he's the CEO, but he's supposed to be can call himself the smartest person in the world. We don't see him do anything smart. When it comes to my phone. When it comes to the hybrids and stuff, he's not there designing them. He's not working the gizmos and the circuitry in the computers or anything. He doesn't do any of that stuff. When he's talking to us about the psychology of those hybrids and stuff and studying them, he's not doing that either. When you look at the alien specimens, I don't see this man like experimenting with them. Yes, because of the xenomorph eggs, the facehuggers and stuff, it's dangerous for him to be in there. But at the same time, they are locked up. And then by that logic, just put them in a different room. Separate all of them into different rooms. That he can experiment with them. Like, I've never liked this character. And yes, he's trying to pin Wendy against Joe. And I like how there is kind of this tug of war between Joe and Cavalier, and Wendy's kind of caught in the middle. But just even that conversation just came off just kind of dumb. But yeah. So, anyways, slightly being an idiot contacts Morrow because he's such an idiot. He sits here and tells this man his name, and then Morrow goes down, hunts down his family, and says, "Look, if you don't get me what I need, I'm gonna kill him." And again, I don't understand the thought process of having a dude with the mentality of a kid on a secure, mysteriously like located secret facility to steal an egg that's under. Like, how was he going to steal the egg? Like, I don't understand that. Just the thought. And I like Morrow. He's one of the 2 best characters in the show next to Kirsch. But I gotta ask, what is he thinking? Again, if he said, "Hey, I need to know your location, I'll come get the egg," fine. That's a bit better. But other than that, it just seems pretty that whole thing is stupid. But yeah, he gets blackmailed. Morrow's right there at the house, the mom's house. So Slightly's got to do it, otherwise she's gonna die along with his brother. But anyway, so the episode ends off on one of the best cliffhangers, but one of the weirdest cliffhangers. It ends off with Wendy looking at Joe's lung that's in this like brittle glass case for some freaking reason. And then the face hugger, not face hugger, the chest burster comes out, breaks the glass, is slithering over there, and Wendy is like fascinated by it. She starts talking, quote unquote, talking to it, which I guess she did talk to it, and quote unquote, because she actually was talking to it, and she placates it. And Kirsch, I believe, actually witnesses her doing this. So, again, a lot of interesting things, but it's still just stupid the way these things are just kind of being executed. I don't like Boy Cavalier. And it seems like, at first he seemed more grounded, but it seems like the more the episodes go, the less grounded his character becomes. The more stupid and like egotistical, mad scientist, dumb CEO. Just he's going in that route, and he seemed a little bit more rational, a little bit more believable initially. And I guess I should have known. I mean, he's got the stupid theme of Peter Pan and everything, the way he talks and stuff. I just don't like his character. I like Nibs is getting a little bit more. I wish we could see a bit more of the trauma that's going on with her, but I kind of like that she's kind of losing it. And the whole, I'm trying to figure out where did she get this whole pregnancy thing from. I wish that was a bit more explored. Joe, still an idiot. Don't like his character. I wish that the man was just, I don't know. I wish they would just. I just don't like his character. But it's cool, the sequence. We get to see the sheep, one of the best, most messed up sequences. I feel sorry for the sheep. I should have put like a disclaimer at the end of it that no sheep were harmed in the making of this television episode. But anyway, so it ends up pretty interesting. And the whole thing of her being able to communicate. Look, I'm one of the people, like, I don't like characters that just mysteriously just have abilities without it really being explained, especially if there's other people. Basically, like, I don't want to see Halo and then there's 20 Spartans and then one of them has the ability to shoot flames. And you're like, what the hell did that come from? They all went through the same processes. How did this one be able to shoot flames? And I feel that's kind of the thing that's going on with Wendy right now. And I feel like also, initially she started off as like interesting, but then, you know, when the story kind of progresses, she kind of falls more back to the back, especially when other characters start popping up, being more in the limelight. And to just change it up all of a sudden, because think about it, she could manipulate electronics with the TV screen and stuff. That it pushed it back to the front again. And it's like, oh, okay, we're not really using that. And now, oh, she's got a brother. Oh, pushes her back to the front. Oh, we're not really going with that because it's not important. And now it's like, oh, she can communicate with aliens, pushing her back up to the front again. I feel like that's kind of just a thing with them. And it's not going to surprise me in the future episodes. She's going to end up doing something else special that the other ones can't. And it'd be kind of cool if they all could do something different, but that's not the case. But episode 4 was interesting, but still kind of a mixed bag for me. It's not really better than any of the previous episodes, but episode 3 gets 3 out of 5. I hate it because there's a lot of interesting concepts that could take it to like a rating of 4 out of 5. But it's just the execution and bad writing. And if it wasn't for those concepts and interesting moments, it would probably be 2 out of 5. But there is enough entertainment that's in the show, so 3. Okay, but anyways, in the comment section below, guys, let me know what are your thoughts on episode 4. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And since the characters are being a bit more explored, who are your favorite characters, or who is the standout character in this episode? Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on in this channel, and we'll catch you guys later.